Hello everyone. I know I'm really late getting to all these readings. I had started a new job and I was trying to, get in the routine of that new job. And I had other things going on behind the scenes. All good stuff though. And I've just been behind on readings for like months now. And I've been filming these readings and I haven't had time to edit them. And I finally got a bunch edited. Anyway, I'm trying to play catch up now. So, I missed July's reading, but we're still in July at the time of filming this. So this is going to be like the rest of July predictions. I mean, there's still like a week left or something like that. And then I'll move on to the August predictions. But we're going to be taking a look at general overall messages, your career and finances, and then love and relationships. And then I'll take it over into the extended on Patreon. So I'm going to put the thumbnail up on the screen now. Feel free to pick one pile, pick more than one pile, whatever you're drawn to. But with that said, I'm going to go ahead and jump right in and see what messages come out for you. Alright, pile number one, let's go ahead and I'm going to be pulling from, let's see, the Numinous Astro deck. I haven't used that deck in forever. And the Angel Wisdom Tarot for the first part of your reading, just the general overall messages. And then for the second part, we'll be taking a look at your career and finances. I got a brand new money oracle deck. We'll be using that. And then tarot, of course. And then the last part of your reading, tarot and some tea leaf fortune cards. So, let's see. Spirit, what is happening? Pile number one for the rest of July. What is happening in July for pile number one? Need two more. One more. Thank you. Okay. Oh, interesting. Oh. First up, we've got Sagittarius with, let's zoom in just a little bit, the Voyager. Okay. It's that 9th house energy. Alright. We've got Mercury with communication, Gemini, and Virgo energy. We've got the Ascendant with Outlook. Okay. We've got the 6th house, Virgo energy. Again. We've got Pisces, the Mystic. And then we've got the 12th house with Surrender. So I was saying interesting because Pisces rules the 12th house. So it's like double confirmation here. We've also got the Virgo energy, which is Pisces' opposite sign, sister sign. So, starting out, what do I see for the rest of July? Or July predictions, if you happen upon this and it's not the end of July when I'm filming it. A lot of you could be traveling with that Sagittarius energy. Some of you could also be focusing on education or getting ready to enroll in school, because Sagittarius can talk about, with the 9th house, higher education and learning. So you could also be learning a foreign language, I'm getting. Especially with Mercury next to Sagittarius with that communication card. There's something here about speaking a lot or putting yourself out there in some way. This could just be at work, but it could also be on social media platforms or through your business somehow. It's maybe for a lot of you, if you have a business, you're opening that up more to a worldwide audience. Because that's what Sagittarius gives me. It's the worldwide scale. Okay, it's if we want to expand, if we want to market this, we've got to appeal to new audiences or international customers. That's what I'm getting. For others of you though, putting yourself out there with the Ascendant, because that is all about how you express yourself, first impressions people have of you. A lot of times with astrology, people think that others are their actual rising sign rather than their sun sign, because that could be again, how you present yourself. Who are you on the world stage? Some of you could be changing your wardrobe, or you're doing something where you're focusing more on your appearance somehow. This could be weight loss, weight gain, muscle gain, something like that, where you're shifting things around. It's you're unlocking something here. I'm seeing a key. It's a door's opening for you, okay? Maybe that door was shut for a long time, but you've worked hard for this. I'm looking at the bees here on the Mercury card, and it's giving me busy bee and having to work well with others. That's why I kept getting the business and being able to speak with people. A lot of people is what it feels like. But there's also something here with Mercury and Sagittarius about learning. So some of you could be learning something new. I am getting that. Sixth house is daily activities, work, going to the gym, playing with your pets if you have them, focusing on your health and well-being. There's something here about getting more organized, I'm seeing. And maybe focusing a lot on your diet. You know, I was talking about the ascendant here with sixth house. It's like these two together, something about changing the appearance for the better. I mean, it's like, again, weight loss, weight gain, getting some muscle or toning up somehow, getting back in the gym. Maybe you are focusing more on time management and some sort of routine that you needed to have for a long time. For a lot of you, maybe you just felt like your daily activities or your daily life was so mundane, you needed some sort of little shake up. It's like, okay, can I go travel somewhere? Can I start some sort of new hobby? Or can I learn something new? Can I change up my wardrobe, change up my appearance? Something like that. And that door is being opened because it's like you, like I said, with the key, you've unlocked it, it's opening up for you. Now with Pisces and the 12th house here, this can talk about like the subconscious mind. That makes me think of manifestation, okay? Straight to the point. Focusing on your spirituality more. Sagittarius can also be about spirituality and religion. So focusing on your spirituality, focusing maybe on your religion if you're religious, but focusing on your mind and getting your mind right and getting it into, I don't know, this, it's almost like I'm hearing like a prosperous mode or productive mode. That's what I'm hearing. It's a mode. It's you being able to get something out of this. I hope this makes sense. It's like you just have to rearrange something here and then that door unlocks. I do feel like this is going to be a very dreamy, magical time for you with all this Pisces energy. A lot of you could be using like your daydreaming abilities, visualization stuff as a form of escapism. I'm also seeing more of like reading as well. Again, focusing on spirituality, maybe tarot or astrology, but also your spiritual development, okay? And like, again, going within, who are you as a person? Who do you want to become? What do you want to be doing? I just keep in this energy that you may have felt like you were stuck for a long time, and then something is going to happen that awakens within you where you're like, you know what? I'm going to have to make these changes. And that's when the routine changes, okay? There's a lot of healing here. It's almost like a lot of shadow work. And dealing with overcoming something that's happening like within your mind. Anything that's a blockage, anything that's kept you stuck and stagnant. It's you working through these fears or working through any emotions that might be trying to block you or hold you back. For instance, if you are thinking about traveling, if the first thought that comes to mind is like, oh no, it's going to be so crowded and I don't know if I can do it on my own. I've never done that before. I don't like waiting at airports. I don't like being in stuffy planes. I don't want to be, it could be a cruise ship. I don't know. Or you want to go on a road trip. Oh man, I don't want to drive that far. It's, you know, it's like every little excuse that your mind could make up is being spit out at you. And there's something here about like needing to reprogram that, is what I'm feeling. So it can work in your favor. So that door can unlock. Okay? Tell me more, Spirit, about pile number 1's July. What do they need to know, Spirit? Interesting. 9 of Pentacles. Could it be that there was this blockage here, pile number 1, that kept you stuck for so long out of fear? Okay? I'm seeing the Moon card in my mind, which is the Pisces card, by the way, but it's about things that are hidden and too many fears and worries. And it doesn't necessarily mean those fears and worries are true, but there is a way out of that. Okay, there is a path forward, and that's what I'm feeling for you. It's like you are overcoming some sort of blockage or obstacle mentally, and again, Mercury is mental as well. And then that door unlocks, and it's unlocking something having to do with your wealth, your path to abundance. Didn't I say something about prosperity mode? That's what I was seeing. Yeah, it's like finally the fruits of your labor are paying off. You may be buying yourself a house, buying yourself something nice and luxurious, new vehicle perhaps. Again, traveling, going on vacation. It's like you've worked hard for this, but something was stuck. And you had to go within and figure out what was causing that. What was preventing you from unlocking that door and stepping through that doorway. Tell me more, Spirit. Pile number 1 for July. Page of Swords. Okay. That's interesting. Because I was just talking about like something with your mind. And Swords energy is air energy. We've got Mercury with communication. And this can talk about some sort of exciting intellectual challenge. Okay? Again, Page of Swords has to do with social media. And I said that in the beginning. Something about you could be expanding like your business, your brand, you like stepping out with the Ascendant here and Sagittarius, the Voyager, something like on a worldwide stage. I kept seeing the World card in my mind. But again, with the communication, there's something here about having this like transformative, it's like a mental transformation. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like you may be undergoing a physical transformation, but the mental and emotional transformation is what's going to take place. Okay? And there's this aspect where like the Page of Swords is always curious, very curious about things. And I said at the beginning, there's something here about learning something new, but it could be something about learning about yourself, something in your psyche, you know? Yeah, we've got 9 of Wands. Like I said, 2 9s. So the month of September could be significant, the 9th of a month, or this has been 9 months coming. But it just feels like, oh, and I just thought 999 usually means manifestation. So again, unlocking something. I was talking about the subconscious mind having to do with manifestation. This is so crazy. Okay, 9 of Wands is the wounded warrior, the person who never gave up on whatever it is they wanted to accomplish. Okay, and I see that for you. Pile number 1. I see that you are protecting whatever it is you've created. No matter what life throws at you, you can see she's got her shield up. You're prepared. You're ready to conquer life. You're ready to overcome these obstacles. You're almost at the end. You're almost about to turn this corner here. And it feels like Spirit's just saying, just hang in there. Just keep going. Just keep moving forward. One foot in front of the other. You've got this, okay? Because you're so close. So stay curious. Keep learning. Keep focusing on you. Whether that's mental, emotional, physical, your well-being as a whole. It could be all 3 of those. And something is going to move around in your favor. And like I said, I see a lot of travel and communication, possibly changing your wardrobe up, buying some, especially with the 9 of Pentacles and the Ascendant here, focusing on buying something nice for yourself. Focusing on your self-care routine. I am seeing that. It's like loving yourself. Maybe for a lot of you, you haven't experienced that in a long time, or maybe ever. There's a very healing energy with this spread, and focusing on your, not just your self-care routine, but also like a time management routine. Okay, so there's a lot going on here for the rest of July, but that's what I have for your overall messages. Let's go ahead and jump into part 2. All right, pile number 1. I'm going to be pulling from this new money deck I got off of Amazon, and then I'll be pulling tarot cards. So kind of the same spread, basically, as the first part of your reading. We're going to see what's happening in your career and finances. All right. Okay. Spirit, what's happening for pile number 1's career and finances in the month of July? We've got Underworld. Look for unique approaches to creating new streams of income. Okay. SEX, death, hidden knowledge, and life's mysteries are key topics in deep exploration. This is giving 8th house energy. Oof. Scorpio energy. As the world changes, so can your methods of making money. Okay. Then we've got slow. You're making slow progress, but you're getting there. Remember, slow and steady work leads to sustainable success. Stop putting things off for later. It's time to act now. So there could be like some sort of, I keep saying dog hair, sorry. So there could be some sort of streams of income that you haven't tapped into yet. Pile number 1. Let's get some more. Tell me more, Spirit, about pile number 1's career and finances. We've got silence. Keep moving in silence as you continue to build. Silence can be a powerful tool for increasing your personal power. Sharing too much too soon can be risky, as not everyone is as trustworthy as they seem. Interesting. So whatever you're doing, don't tell anybody. And you know what? That happens a lot where people, and it sucks. It's like you just want to share it with your family, your friends, whatever. Maybe even your partner. And you realize that they're not actually in your corner. And that's kind of devastating to think about. Like, how is this person not actually cheering me on or supporting me? But some people just aren't where they want to be in life. And then when they see other people achieving some sort of success and they're not, they get jealous of that. Tell me more, Spirit. We've got precarious. You've experienced many financial highs and lows. Your money is flowing in quickly, only to leave just as fast. There are fast changes regarding money or an unexpected turn in your finances. Okay, so this could be why you need to figure out what other streams of income you can start focusing on. Some sort of side hustle, some sort of freelance work, something like that that you can do. If you, especially if you have a 9-to-5 right now, then you can focus on something else. In the meantime, maybe on weekends, just to bring in some extra cash. We've got designer. Some of you could be in the fashion industry. That's interesting considering the first part of your reading, isn't it? Did I not say something about the Ascendant and your 9 of Pentacles energy about fashion and changing your wardrobe or something having to do with your wardrobe? Yeah. You're being called to embrace your individuality and express yourself. A career in fashion, art, or any artistic endeavor could be perfect for you. Think creatively about your finances. It might be time to uncover a new talent. I feel this ties in with that underworld. It's like, okay, maybe you do have a talent here that you are not tapping into that's artistic. No, it doesn't have to be just fashion. It does say art on here, or artistic pursuit, that you could be making money on. Maybe it's time to start a YouTube channel for some of you and showcase your art, or maybe start social media, start putting up Instagram reels. I was thinking about some of these artists on Instagram that I randomly come across sometimes, and they'll just be doing like time lapses of their paintings, and they're gorgeous. My God, they're so talented. And I'm like, that's the perfect way to market your art, You just put it on there and you don't have to say a word, and you're just showing what you've done, and then everybody wants to buy it. Everybody wants prints. Where can they buy the prints? Where can they buy an original? You know what I mean? Something like that. Now, it doesn't have to be painting. It doesn't have to be fashion. It could be something else that you want to do. Maybe you want to write a book. Maybe you're really good at like sketching people, or like landscape sketching. Maybe you're really good at photography or making pottery. Maybe you're into woodworking or stained glass. I don't know. Something like that. I feel like you could really just showcase yourself. One more, please, Spirit, for pile number 1. Their career and finances in the month of July. Okay. We've got the Rebel. Limiting beliefs are blocking your... What did I say in the first part of your reading? You are uncovering some sort of hidden blockage this month, pile number 1. This is wild. You're uncovering some sort of hidden blockage, and we got the 9 of Pentacles. Limiting beliefs are blocking your abundance. I said that door, you're going to find the key. I kept saying the key. The key is going to open the door. The door's going to be open wide for you, and you're going to be able to step right through and into that abundance and that, what did I say, prosperous mode? What is it? Prosperity mode, whatever it was. So limiting beliefs are blocking your abundance, okay? Consider being a system buster, entrepreneur, or teaching a better way. You're a trailblazer destined to pave the way for future generations. Oh, that's wild. Oh my gosh. So you have something in you that could shift humanity, that could shift the world, that could change the way people view things, whether it's through your art or there's something else that you're really good at that just hasn't been expressed. Tell me more, Spirit, for pile number 1, their career and finances in the month of July. The Knight of Cups just tried to come out, by the way, and that makes me think about like art and poetry and being in love with life. Tell me about pile number 1's career and finances. We've got Queen of Wands, and here we are talking about that art, and she is very, very creative. She's very talented, okay? She is incredibly independent, but most of all, she believes in herself. She believes that there's nothing she can't do, that she can be or do anything in life. And I think that's the attitude you need to have, the mindset. And maybe that's that shift we were talking about in the first part of your reading, pile number 1. So basically, you don't need to underestimate yourself, okay? And you don't need to do that because you need that kind of attitude or that mindset to make your dreams come true. There's also something here about needing to balance career and personal life. I'm not talking about your personal life in this part, but that's coming up with the Queen of Wands, okay? But yeah, she puts herself out there. She's very bold and assertive, very independent, talented, creative. And I feel like that's the energy you're about to step into. We've got the 3 of Pentacles. I love this because the 3 of Pentacles talks about being well known for something it is you do. I can't make this up. It's about doing what you love. And you're getting recognized for the highest quality of work, especially in creative endeavors, artistic pursuits, okay? This is also about people looking up to you. You know, in the traditional Rider-Waite, there are 2 acolytes who are looking up to the one person who's standing above them, which symbolizes that person having more knowledge and skills and experience than those other 2 apprentices, those acolytes, the students, whatever you want to call them. They are learning from that person. On this one, she is sculpting. Maybe some of you want to get into making sculptures, and that's the art form that you want to do. But what I'm seeing is that you're going to be paid well for whatever it is you're doing. Whatever this craft, talent, ability, art, whatever it is. And also, you're going to have a great reputation, not just because of how well you do whatever it is you do, but also how well you work with others. Because 3 Pentacles is also about teamwork and cooperation, okay? So you're going to end up with this excellent reputation doing what it is you love. That's amazing. I love this. And this month could be the kickoff point. If you're sitting there going, that is not happening the rest of this month. Like, be for real right now. This could just be the kickoff point. This is the month where you realize that you have the key and you can unlock that door and step through it at any time, but it's up to you. You have to make that choice for yourself. Nobody can make it for you. It's your path and yours to walk alone. We need one more, please, Spirit, for pile number 1. Interesting. I just saw the 7 of Swords try to come out, and that makes me think of this card, the Silence card. About being strategic, being quiet, about what you're doing in the dark, in the shadows. I don't mean to make it sound so mysterious, but like, don't tell somebody what you're doing. Somebody does not have your best interest. Okay, we've got Judgment, Scorpio energy. I said Scorpio at the beginning. That's what it felt like. It was like some sort of like darker, I don't mean it in like a negative way, but it just felt like a very seedy 8th house kind of energy. Okay. And that's what I'm seeing. It's like, but in this case, it's a good, darker energy. It's like, okay, you've got to really dig deep. Go in and do the shadow work and say, what am I missing out on? What could I be doing to make more money? Okay. What's that extra stream of income here? Judgment could be something coming back around. That could be like a second chance at something. Maybe you tried something before. Maybe you tried to open a business and it failed and you're like, well, I'm just not cut out to run a business, I guess, and you shut it down. But you really love that business. You were really good at it. It's just that you didn't make enough money, or you didn't hold out long enough to gain more clients or something like that. Or maybe you tried publishing a book years ago and nobody bought it, or very few people, like a handful of people bought it, and it didn't really have any reception, and you're just like, well, guess I'm not cut out for this. It feels like things just, because we had that slow card with the turtle, it feels like things were just not hardly moving at all. I'm seeing like the Knight of Pentacles in my mind, But the thing is, with the turtle, is slow and steady wins the race, right? So it feels like you're getting a second chance at something, pile number one. You're getting more clarity about what it is you want to do and what your life's purpose is. And it's all coming, not just mentally, it's coming from the heart. I think a lot of you already know what to do. Some of you are afraid to step outside of your comfort zone. It's funny, I mentioned the moon on the first party reading, and there it is at the bottom of the deck. That's exactly what I was feeling. It's like a fear or some sort of deep-seated emotions about which direction you need to go in. It's like unnecessary worry, basically. And needing to let go of those fears and trust your intuition. But I see with the Judgment here, it's like it's time to go in a new direction. Here it is. Here's your chance. Don't screw it up. You know what I mean? But I love this. It's like you're answering the call, and you'll be going through some sort of like rebirth, renewal. That's what the Judgment card's about. A lot of you already know what to do, though. Okay? You know all the steps you need to take and the direction you need to go in. It's just like actually putting one foot in front of the other and heading in that direction. That can be the scariest part, right? But I feel like you're going to make it, okay? Pile number one, you've got amazing cards here. It's just like you need to find some other form of income, some other stream of income, and keep it to yourself. There might be a slow buildup of this, but it's going to pay off in the end, okay? And just be careful not to block your own abundance. Now, you could just be doing this mentally, by the way. If you're sitting there going, but I've tried everything, but there could be some fears or doubts, even fears of success. Like, what if you get massive success? You may have the money, but you don't have the privacy anymore. You know what I mean? So there's some sort of trade-off here. But I feel a lot of you are stepping outside of your comfort zone in order to head in this new direction, become more independent, and do what you love to do and get paid well to do it. That's what most people want, right? Okay, so that's what I'm saying for part 2. Let's go ahead and jump into the third and final part of your reading. Alright, let's take a look at love and relationships for the month of July. Okay, Spirit, so for pile number 1, what's happening in their love life, their relationships? What's going on for them in July? Pile number 1, Spirit. Probably pull from Romance Angels, and then maybe like Soul Connections, Oracle, and get some TV cards. Oh, I saw that. Ooh. We've got 6 of Wands right off the bat. We've got Ace of Wands. Okay. And then we've got 9 of Wands. I feel like a lot of you are going to have success in the month of July when it comes to dating or having options, at least. Now, a lot of you, you're going to get some, I don't know why I want to say unwanted attention. It's almost like you're going to be in the spotlight. And this doesn't have to be like on social media. Maybe you just signed up for a dating app and all of a sudden everybody's like, oh my god, who is this? Haven't seen this person in my area before. Okay. And you just signed up. And that lusty energy with the Ace of Wands, people coming after you, leading to this 9 of Wands where you're having to put up a shield and look at all these wands being flung at her. I'm gonna keep it PG, okay? It just feels like you're getting all this attention. You're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I didn't realize it was gonna be like this, but okay. Tell me more, Spirit. Pile number 1's love life, relationships. Whoa. So we've got Queen of Wands again. That's Aries energy, by the way. But we've also got 5 of Cups. Oh, so y'all are disappointed with the prospects. All these people. We've got the Lovers, Gemini energy. All these people coming at you, and you're like, I don't know about this. I don't know about these people. For others of you, though, you're not over a past heartbreak. So even though you do have options, even though you're being seen as beautiful or handsome or like the perfect catch, is what I'm getting with that Queen of Wands, and you have several potential suitors, lovers here with the Lovers card, I'm getting it's like you may still be, you're either disappointed by the options or you're still not over somebody from the past. I hate saying that, but basically the 5 of Cups is like focusing on the negative, focusing on things that didn't work out. That's why I'm saying this. And the crazy part is there are 2 cups right behind this guy, okay? representing the Two of Cups, you know, and soulmate connection and all that. I love this deck though, because those are two different hands. Like, so you could have definitely more than one option, at least two good ones. And then you've got the hands here coming together on the Lovers, something that's deep and intimate, but it's almost as if a lot of you are just really closed off. And if you're sitting there going, I'm not closed off, I just don't like my options, that's the other part of this. It's like maybe some of these people are coming on too strong, like they're almost desperate or clingy, and that's a huge turnoff for a lot of you. You just want to get to know somebody and take your time, but it's like you're being seen as the prize, okay? So I feel like there is going to be somebody who comes along, at least two people I'm seeing, okay, that's going to spark your interest, especially with this Ace of Wands. This is somebody you'll be very passionate about. They'll be very passionate about you. You're going to have the same chemistry. I feel like you'll both be like independent, and you'll both be good looking people, okay? With that Queen of Wands energy, doesn't matter, male or female, doesn't matter. Queen and King of Wands are like, they take care of their appearance, they look good, but they're also incredibly independent. This could also be someone who's creative, or you could be meeting other creatives if you're already one. But I feel like you're asserting healthy boundaries. You're tired of the selection that's on the dating apps, and you're ready just to find someone who is, I don't know, I keep hearing normal. I know it's a loaded word, isn't it? But that's what it feels like. It's like, why can't I just find somebody who's normal? Why can't I just find not somebody who's clingy and desperate and has attachment issues, or who's an avoidant, or who's not over their ex, or whatever the issue, or whatever the unhealed wound is in these people. It's like you're just tired of it. You just want somebody who's normal, somebody who has their shit together, right? Give me more spirit for pile number 1. Capturing their love and relationships in July. What we got? You deserve love. You are lovable. Yeah. I feel like there's something here about knowing your worth and having self-respect and, you know, stand up for yourself. You know, she's got her shield up here. She's like, nope, nope, nope. And you know that, I think deep down, you are meant to be with someone who loves and respects you and cherishes you. But you just haven't found that person, is what it feels like. Not yet. I do feel like they're coming in, especially with the Lovers here. We've got passion. There's that Ace of Wands. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So that's that Ace of Wands energy. I keep feeling like, you know, there's going to be somebody coming in. Even though you're not having the best of luck right now, you're going to be having someone come in who ignites and stirs that passion within you. For a lot of you, you haven't felt this passion in a long time. I'm just going to put it out there. I know. I'm telling your business. But that's what it feels like. It just feels as if nobody's really done it for you. You know? You ever meet people who are like really nice, but you just have no spark with them whatsoever? That's what it feels like. It's like you might go on dates with some of these like nice people, and maybe you have great conversations and stuff, but it's like there's no spark. There's no chemistry. There's nothing, you know, it doesn't even mean that they're like ugly or anything. That's not what I'm saying at all. It just, you know on a soul level, there's something deeper. And that's what a lot of you are looking for. And I just don't think you found it yet. One more, please, for pile number 1 for their love and relationships in July, Spirit. Yeah, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Yeah, we've already established that. You're seeing all these people who are clingy and desperate and wanting to be all over you. And look at that. Release your ex. The time has come to clear the energy. That's that 5 of Cups I was picking up on. Like, you're still not over. For some of you. This isn't everybody. A lot of you have moved on. That's great. You've healed. But a lot of you are stuck in this 5 of Cups where you cannot move on. You're still thinking about them. You're still wondering what it would be like to be with them, or what they're doing now, if they're with somebody, or if they're dating, or if they're happy, or whatever. Do they ever think of you? That's the kind of energy that I'm picking up for some of you. It's not everybody, again. And a lot of you need to let that go. And Spirit's saying, you got to pay attention to the red flags, but pay attention to the red flags within yourself as well. And I'm going to call you out on that. If you know that you're still hung up on your ex, don't be putting yourself out there on the dating scene. There are way too many people out there who are doing that right now, and it doesn't help anybody who's serious. This feels like you are doing the shadow work and the healing. I did pick that up earlier in your reading, the first part, didn't I? Shadow work and healing. Like digging deeper within your mind and going, okay, why am I attracting these people? Why am I still attracted to this person? Why do I keep going after this type of person? That sort of thing. So it's like not just paying attention to red flags in other people, but also interrogating yourself. Like, why am I like this? Why do I keep getting the same people over and over again in a different body? That's what it feels like. Same spirit, different body. So I think there's something there. Again, back to the subconscious mind in the first part of your reading. It's like digging deep, doing the shadow work. Maybe there's some sort of childhood neglect, abandonment, trauma that's going on with that. I'm not going to tap into that, but it's different for everybody. So there may be something where maybe you go after unattainable people or emotionally unavailable people because maybe your parent or parents were emotionally unavailable with you. They were hot and cold, and that's what you go after because that's what you grew up with. That's the household you were in. If you hear thunder in the background, it's storming like crazy here, so I'm trying to finish this up before my power gets knocked out. So yeah, there's something here about not only paying attention to other potential love interest red flags, but also your own, okay? Tell me more, Spirit. Pile number 1, their love life in the month of July. Okay, we got trust. You need to have trust in a relationship in order for it to flourish. A lot of you have given up on love. A lot of you just don't trust that anybody's coming in, that you're never going to get married, blah, blah, blah. The thing is, you manifest your reality, so if you believe that, you're right. You're correct. Congratulations, you manifested that reality. If, however, you deep down assume and believe that there is somebody out there for you, and I believe everybody has somebody, at least one, if not several, then that's what you'll manifest. That's what you'll attract. But it all starts with you going within and doing that work and saying, okay, this is what I want. I'm not selling for less. Tell me more, Spirit. Pile 1 and their love life in July. What could they expect? Spiritual. Your spiritual journey is beginning. Okay. I feel like a lot of you are looking for a spiritual love. Maybe even like a past life love where you feel that deep soul connection, but mostly a spiritual love where you get each other on a deep soul level. Some of you could actually be looking for a spiritual partner. I mean, like somebody who's also into the same spiritual stuff that you're into. That way you just kind of vibe together, right? And I'm also getting into with that dove here. It's like doves represent peace and love. So it's like you just want to be at peace. You just want to be in a peaceful connection. Peaceful, loving, doting connection is what I'm hearing. And you don't have to worry about all these weirdos, people who have not healed from the past. Basically, all these red flags, they're walking, talking red flags, right? We've got commitment. So we've got the rings here with the bride and groom. We've also got the ring here. Commitment is an important factor to achieve a successful relationship, and that's what you've got coming in, okay? And I know a lot of you are sitting there going, I don't have anybody. That's okay. It isn't. I mean, you can meet somebody tomorrow. Let's be real. But I just feel like this is something you've been wanting for a long time. And you're finally going to get it. But you have to be diligent about it. Pile number 1. Tell me more about their love life. Okay, we got club. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. Ugh. This is the energy I was picking up. Where it's like these people are like desperate and clingy. It's like almost, I don't feel like it's anything like I don't think you're in danger. That's not what I'm picking up. I'm picking up like, have you ever met somebody like I had this happen once on a date where you get to the end of the date and they want to kiss you, but you don't feel anything with them, so you don't want to kiss them, and then they're like gaslighting you. Yeah, that happened once to me. They're gaslighting you about like, well, I paid for your food, so I deserve a kiss. That is just like one example. It could be anything. It could be somebody trying to emotionally manipulate you or gaslight you about you being 15 minutes late to the date. I don't know, something like that. It's like, dude, pay attention to the red flags. So it's like they're trying to make you do something against your will or do something that gets you out of character is what I'm feeling. We've also got tulip, great passion. I can't make this up. On the Ace of Wands, on the Passion card, I don't know what to say. Maybe tulips are your favorite flower. I know everybody usually goes for roses, but we've got the roses here. Maybe you love tulips and your person is going to bring you a tulip. Oh my God. We've got fire, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. I'm feeling love with that Passion card and all that coming out. Yeah, I'm getting that strongly. So, and plus we have a lot of this fire energy. Okay, we've got 6 of Wands, Ace of Wands, 9 of Wands, Queen of Wands, the Aries energy. So for a lot of you, you've got a fiery, passionate connection. At least one, if not 2, coming in for you. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. I don't think it's going to be hate at all. And we've got wind chimes, peace and harmony. What did I just say about that dove? Can't make that up. That's exactly the kind of relationship that a lot of you are searching for. Okay, we got V. This always makes me think of the Aries like symbol in astrology, the ram. Victory in some endeavor. Okay, like I said, you're going to be victorious. You're going to find somebody. It doesn't feel like it right now for a lot of you, but you are going to find someone. Okay. And we've got wreath, sorrow over a loss. That's that 5 of Cups. So that's that energy where it's like, you gotta let the past go. Like, yeah, it didn't work out, whatever it was. And for a lot of you, you could have met somebody on the dating scene that you really liked them, you really vibed well, and then they just like ghosted you or something. It didn't even have to be someone that you were in a relationship with, especially if you haven't had a relationship in many years. Forget that. This is something that would be newer, all right? Like in the last 5 months, 6 months maybe. And it feels like something just, like something didn't work out. And the wreath always makes me think of like the death card, like an ending, like the wreath of flowers that you would see at like a funeral home. I don't think anybody actually died, hopefully not. I see it as symbolic, like something changed, something transformed, shifted, ended, and it feels sudden, and that could have left you in that 5 of Cups. Like, I thought we were getting along so well. We had these amazing dates. We had a lot of passion and chemistry together, and then they just disappeared. Or then they went back to their ex, or something like that, and you're just like, it blindsided you. And I don't blame you for being in this 5 of Cups. I know. I've been there, done that before. If you stay in that and you keep focusing on the negative and keep thinking about what didn't work out and keep wondering about this person, it's never going to open any doors for the new person to come in. And you do have a new person. I'm telling you, you've got somebody new coming in that's going to adore you, and you're going to be so fired up and passionate about each other. But it's something here about needing to let the old go. Just let it go. And I know, easier said than done. I know. But the good thing about the 5 of Cups is, especially in the original Rider-Waite, in that original Rider-Waite, if he would just stop sulking over the 3 cups that are spilled and turn around and see the 2 cups behind him, he'd also see the bridge that led to a castle, okay? Which symbolizes being able to have it all. So, I talked about a door opening for you in the first part of your reading, pile number 1, but now I'm talking about needing to close this door to the past and let it go. Goodbye. Close it behind you. Turn around. Walk through that new door. Open it wide. And that way you can allow for this new love to come in. If you need to take time to heal, that's great. But if you're taking too long, 6, 8, 12 or more months to get over somebody who, it isn't even worth it, there might be something deeper going on there. But I feel like for a lot of you, it's like 5 or 6 months. And it's like time to just move on. So you can welcome this new person in. I feel like, too, this new person is going to be someone who makes you forget the past. It's like, yeah, you're sad about the loss of them, but you're ready for that peace and harmony, as well as that passionate, lots of passion here with the fire and the tulip, and then the passion card and the Ace of Wands. You're ready for that passion. You're ready for somebody to make you feel adored, right? Who loves and cares about you as much as you love and care about them, but also brings that peace and harmony into your life. And you can't have that if you're still hung up on the past. So that's what I'm saying for you, pile number 1. Hopefully something in this reading resonated. And like I said, sorry that I got tied up with work and a new job, and I'm behind on all my readings. So hopefully I can get caught back up But if you enjoyed this reading, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Please give this a thumbs up and share it, as it does help the algorithm. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Hello, pile number 2. Let's go ahead and jump right into your reading for July. See what messages come out for you. I will be pulling from several different decks. I'm going to start out with the Numinous Astro deck and Angel Wisdom Tarot deck. And then for your money and career portion, I've got a new Oracle deck that I'll be pulling from. And of course Tarot. And then the last portion of love and relationships, I'll be pulling from Romance Angels Oracle, Soul Connections Oracle, Tarot, and Tea Leaf Fortune cards. So let's go ahead and jump right in and see what messages come out for you. Spirit, what is happening for pile number 2 in the month of July? What can they expect? General message, overall energy, what's going on? Okay, so we've got the 4th house, Cancer. We've got the North Node with a Destiny. We've got the 5th house, Leo's house. Alright, what else, Spirit? What else for pile number 2? With the July. We've got, the 8th house, Scorpio energy. And then we've got conjunction with empowerment. So we've got roots with the 4th house. We've got North Node Destiny. 5th house is passion. We've got 8th house intimacy. And then empowerment here. Okay. Some of you are working on healing intimacy issues. I am picking that up. A lot of you are wanting a summer fling with that 5th house and the 8th house here. Okay, we've got Pisces, the Mystic. Alright. So it feels like, yeah, a lot of you is just, there's this strong focus in July on doing things you're passionate about, doing things you love, having more fun. You know, every time I see this card and I see this ride here, I think about like going to an amusement park or going to like a local fair or some sort of like campground or something like that, like a carnival type event where they're going to have all these fun here. I'm also thinking of things like miniature golfing or go-karts or something like that. It's just like, I'm just seeing a lot of like travel and going out with friends and family and having fun. So it feels like July is a month where you could be going on vacation, or you could just be going out and trying to have a good time, whatever this is. I'm also seeing that a lot of you are wanting to focus more on your creativity or just like freeing yourself. This 5th house, 8th house, and conjunction energy, this is like, I want to be free. Maybe something that's held you back. You could have gotten out of a relationship that was with someone who is controlling, or you have dealt with family members, parents who have tried to control you. There's something here with this 5th and 8th house and the conjunction empowerment energy where it feels like you're breaking free from some sort of societal, cultural, familial patterns when it comes to sex, intimacy, freeing yourself, exploring, those kinds of things. I'm trying to keep it PG because YouTube doesn't like it when you talk about that kind of stuff. Because these two, this is like, I want a fun, passionate fling, or more than one, you know, no judgment here. 8th house is all about sex, intimacy, deep bonds, that sort of thing. So there's something here about maybe you were, I don't know, like shamed, or you grew up in a household where everyone was more judgy and like prudes, basically. It just feels like this is like your summer to free yourself. Not just in July, but summer in general. There's something about that. Because I'm looking at this 4th house of roots. That's family. So it's almost like, it just feels like, I don't know, like you have people around you who are trying to hold you back. And mold you and shape you into who they want you to be. And it feels like you're breaking free of that, pile number 2. This is something you're meant to do with the North Node, all right? That's your destiny. This is some sort of major fulfillment that's going to be happening for you. I feel like a lot of you are going to be focused more on yourself, figuring out who you are. Some of you are exploring your sexuality. But it's like a blossoming energy. It's like I'm coming into who I am and who I'm meant to be and figuring out what my life's purpose is. There's something deeper here with the Pisces energy too. This is like imagining what your life should be and going deep and going into the subconscious mind. I talked to pile number 1 about this as well, because they also had Pisces in the 12th house, which Pisces rules the 12th house. But there's something about like being more spiritual, like really escaping from something that has held you back for a long time, and that's making you feel more empowered. It's like finally you have the authority over your own life, and you're not looking to others for guidance or validation or even attention. It's like, no, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna have fun doing whatever it is I want to do, and I don't really care what anybody else says, because that 5th house is all about pleasure. Okay. And I just keep going back to the 5th and the 8th house is like straight up flings, sex energy, love affairs, yeah, however you want to word it. But I'm also seeing like parties and going out and having fun. And I'm talking about that blossoming with the North Node, but I just noticed the flower on here that's like opening up. Some of you could be headed to a tropical destination. I'm seeing the seashells here, and then I saw this tropical flower here. But yeah, it just feels like you're ascending in a lot of ways. I'm looking at this balloon right here and the mountain, and just like, yeah, something's rising, something's ascending in your life. I don't think you're using it. I have to watch what I say, but I'm not seeing this as you escaping and not dealing with any issues, like deep-seated issues, especially if you have like childhood trauma or something. I'm not going to take a deep dive into that, but I feel like there's a warning with this. Like, obviously, if you have a troubled past, if you have parents who control like every aspect, or a parent, or you have a significant other who tries to control or has in the past tried to control everything, or you had one who was like that, and you're just now finding your freedom, you know, kind of coming out of your shell, especially with that Cancer energy coming out of the shell. There's just something here. It's like, don't use this escapism as a way to deal with deeper issues that maybe need to be addressed through shadow work or through therapy, something like that. I just feel like I need to say that for somebody who's watching, because I think it's easy to mask things that are happening on a deeper level, but it never actually solves anything, does it? So you can go out and have a good time, you can have as much sex as you want to, but is it going to heal the issues of you being controlled for so long, or people trying to interfere and tell you what to do in every aspect of your life, however that, you know, goes for you? That's just what I'm seeing strongly. Because Pisces energy, and I'm a Pisces myself, so I can confess to this. Pisces energy, we have a tendency to daydream a lot, to get lost in our imagination, to zone out, to escape. We use a lot of things in life as a form of escapism. For some, that's just minor. It's like watching Netflix shows or reading books. That's a form of escapism. For others, it's more extreme. That would be like doing certain substances. Again, can't say certain things on YouTube. Or drinking. You catch my drift. It can get pretty extreme. So again, it's all forms of escapism, but that's forms of not dealing with underlying issues, if that's something that you've had. Okay? So I'm trying to word this in a way where you'll understand, but I'm not going to take a deep dive into that, not in this reading. So I just feel like a lot of you, it's like you're finally breaking free from something that's held you back, tied you down, weighed you down, and it's like, oh, finally, I can do what I want. That's the feeling I'm getting. Tell me more, Spirit. For pile number 2 in the month of July, what can they expect? We've got 9 of Pentacles. I'm pretty sure, did this come out for pile number 1? I'm filming these on different days, and I've slept since then, okay? But I can't remember if this came out for pile number 1. Anyway, that's you stepping into your power. Remember I said something about self-care and, you know, really focusing on you, what is making you happy. The house of pleasure, house number 5 here. That's it. 9 of Pentacles. That is the card of enjoying like the fruits of your labor, enjoying a more luxurious life. Even if you're not like rich, like the 9 of Pentacles, if you're not there yet, this could be something like just booking a spa day. Going to get your nails done. Going to finally get your hair cut, your beard cut. Something like that. It's like self-care, taking time out for you. Maybe booking that vacation if you can. Maybe just having like a self-care Sunday at home. Like getting your face mask on and curling up and watching your favorite movie or something like that. You know, there are ways to take care of yourself that don't involve spending money, or a whole lot of money at least. But this is you coming into your power. This is you maybe buying yourself something nice. For some of you, you could be buying some new clothes. I don't know, it just feels like 5th house again. It feels like, let me go out and go shopping. And you don't have to like max out credit cards or anything like that, but it just feels like you want to celebrate. You want to enjoy yourself. A lot of you could be starting your own business, and you will be successful at that. But it's like your hard work's paying off in something. And you're enjoying being alone. You're being by yourself. You're in solitude. That's what I'm getting. And you're loving it. You're like, this is me. This is who I am. I'm getting to know myself on a deeper level. And I'm loving it. Okay? Tell me more, Spirit. I feel like you're healing in a lot of ways. Okay? Yeah, Knight of Wands, Sagittarius energy. So this is, I'm going to put this like right there. This is charging forward, and it's crazy. I'm not even joking. The first word on here is passionate. And look what we got here. I'm telling you, there's something you guys are going to be passionate about. Now, it could be actual, like, again, passion with someone else or several someones. If it's not, if you're not into that, it could just be like you finding a passion for life again. Okay? You feeling more confident. And I'm hearing, especially in your own skin. Some of you could have lost weight. Some of you could have gained weight. You could have gained muscle or toned up. Because I was getting that maybe buying some new clothes kind of energy. It's like, it's been a minute since you focused on you. And there's this kind of like restless energy. Like, I've got to get out and do something. I've got to find my passion with the North Node here. So some of you could just be passionate about what it is you're doing, maybe passionate about starting that business, or just whatever you have going on. Others of you, this is a passionate new relationship, and somebody is rushing in quickly, I might add. So I feel like you're just taking action on something, and you're going after what it is you really desire. Okay, and we've got the 3 of Pentacles. Did this come out for pile number 1 too? I can't remember. This is, I think actually that came out in their career reading. This is you focusing on what it is you love to do. 3 of Pentacles can talk about like teamwork and collaboration, but it can talk about being known for something that you're good at. Being in a profession or doing something in your life where you're paid well for it. You have a great reputation. People look up to you. It's like you have some sort of talent, skill, or ability that needs to be utilized. And maybe a lot of you are tapping into that right now. Like, what is my passion? What do I want to do with my life with the North Node destiny? It's like, is it something creative? I did say that earlier. And that's what we're seeing here. So a lot of you, that's what you're focusing on in the month of July. How can I make money doing what I love to do? And I feel like once you start on this, you're going to be incredibly successful. Especially 3 Pentacles and 9 Pentacles here. It's like you are full steam ahead with that 9 of Wands. So for a lot of you, it could be a new relationship. You're teaming up with someone. You know, maybe you've been single for a while, but you found someone that you just get along with really well. You make a great team. And you want to work on things together. You're very passionate about each other. Lots of chemistry. For others of you, this is all about you. And that's what I feel, I mean, like 95% of you. It's all about you and what you want to do and breaking free from something and just feeling like you can spread your wings finally. That's what I'm seeing for part 1 of your reading, pile number 2. Let's go ahead and jump into career and finances. All right. Let's see what comes out for your career and finances. in the month of July. All right. Spirit for pile number 2, what's happening in their career and finances in the month of July? What do they expect? Career and finances. We've got spirituality. Use money magic spells to attract wealth and prosperity. And if a lot of you are into like magic, you could use manifestation, prayer, whatever works for you. Roles like spiritual advisor, healer, tarot reader, or anything within the occult. Right now, you are being led to discover your unique spiritual journey. This is interesting because that Pisces card came out in the first part of your reading. So, I said it's like you are getting more into your spirituality, and that's exactly what's popping up. We also have a rider. So a lot of you, I just said with that 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, you could be well known for doing something you love to do. A lot of you are writers. A lot of you want to write that book. You want to write that screenplay. You want to write that poetry. Whatever it is, this is your calling. Words are powerful. Use them to manifest more abundance. Consider careers like blogger, content writer, or book author in creative writing. Your words have the power to influence and share your gifts with the world. Okay, and it's interesting too because I was just talking about attracting wealth and prosperity with the money magic spells here, and I said you could also manifest, and the first thing on here is words are powerful, use them to manifest more abundance. So that's definitely a sign for you, pile number 2, to really hone in on your affirmations, maybe your visualization techniques. Let's see, scripting is also another one that's popular. We've got growth. Expect a good flow of money, a raise, or a new job offer. I like how you've got the money here, but it looks like money's on this little tree here as well. To grow, it's essential to unlearn since rules are constantly evolving. You're delaying your growth. The process of healing is worth the effort. And I talked about healing in the first part of your reading. It just felt like you were healing from something, someone, a group of people. And now it's carrying over into your career and finances. Okay, we've got unlocking. What was once locked is now ready to be opened. You've unlocked the floodgates of abundance, free from limitations. Obstacles appear to remind you when you're steering off course. Interesting. And I've been seeing a lot of keys lately, and I wasn't sure what that was about. That's what it made me think of. Like some sort of doors opening, something's unlocking here. So you could, with the growth and the unlocking, it says expect a good flow of money, a raise, or a new job offer. But we also had that 9 of Pentacles in the first part of your reading. So a lot of you could be starting your own business or something's about to take off for you. Okay. We've got odd jobs. Consider diversifying your income sources to increase financial stability. A second job, odd jobs. Freedom is more important than financial security. Freedom is more important than financial security. Literally the whole first part of your reading was about freedom and spreading your wings. Oh my god. Taking a transition job is okay, even if it doesn't lead to a career. So some of you, we talked about that, starting your business, but this could be like you start a side hustle, a little hobby, a little side business. Like let's say you open an Etsy shop, okay? It could be a website too, like on Shopify or something. But let's say you start an Etsy shop on the side of your main like 9 to 5. It might be a little odd job, okay? Maybe you sell some stuff on there, and then all of a sudden the growth takes off. Or maybe you write that book, you get it published, and you decide to self-publish it. And maybe that's your little side hobby. You love to read, you love to write, and that takes off. There's something here about diversifying your income and looking for extra forms of, or extra streams of income that you can make. For others of you, maybe there's something else that you're doing or something else you're thinking about doing that can bring in a little bit more money. Maybe it'll help you pay your groceries, some of your utility bills, your cell phone, I don't know, something like that. And so Spirit wants you to look into that, all right? One more please, Spirit. One more. Okay, what we got activation. You're unlocking your soul's purpose and receiving divine gifts. The that sounds like a spirituality thing. Tap into your ancestral memory and inner wisdom to awaken your soul. Whoa. Focusing too much on the material world at the expense of the spiritual world. No way do we have spirituality beginning this and then activation ending this. Okay. It feels like, and this is interesting because it says you're unlocking your soul's purpose and receiving divine gifts. You're unlocking your soul's purpose. We had that North Node Destiny card in the first part of your reading. And that's all about finding your purpose, which I talked about. It's all connected, right? So I feel like there's something here that's, again, activating within you. It's like you're having an epiphany or an awakening. You're like, I don't have to deal with this anymore. I can go my own way. Again, back to the spreading your wings, being free. There's something here about like making extra money. Maybe that'll help you get out of a situation. Maybe it'll help you pay off debt, or it'll help you save up to buy something. I am seeing that, but I feel like with this unlocking, I'm looking at that as like there's been a door that's been locked for you for a long time, and now that door's opening. So don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone. If you need to tap into your spirituality, your religion, whatever you believe in, now's the time to do that, okay? So, tell me more, Spirit, for pile number 2 in their career and finances in the month of July. Tell me more, Spirit. Okay. Nice. Okay. So, we've got the 4 of Pentacles. So, this is like you just managing your money wisely. I'm seeing a lot of you budgeting. And again, coming back to that odd jobs, it's like maybe you're working something on the side. Maybe you're hoping something takes off with your business. It's just like helping you cover expenses or helping you save some more money. But it's like you're really hanging on tightly to whatever money you do make. Like I said, budgeting. It just feels like you're making smart decisions when it comes to your finances. And if this is business related, you're making smart business decisions on how you spend that money. Like how many products do you actually want to create in order to sell, or buy in order to sell, depending on what kind of business you have. And for others of you, it's just like, okay, I've got to do something else in this economy to really, get ahead, or create like a savings, like a rainy day fund, something like that. And that's what I'm seeing with the 4 of Pentacles. It's like, I've got to create an extra form of income, or maybe several forms of income, like several streams. Tell me more, Spirit. Pile number 2. Whoa. Oh, wow. Okay. We've got the Chariot, Cancer energy, full steam ahead. Kind of like the first part of your reading, right? But here's the thing. With the Chariot, this talks about results that come from hard work. Kind of like the Nine of Pentacles. And also being able to be really good at balancing several things at once. Have a really good time management skills. So again, if you have another job, like you pick something up on the side, or you're just doing a hobby, like writing on the side, this is the green light from Spirit, basically. This is you being determined, you having a lot of willpower and motivation, but I'm also hearing consistency. Some of you are about to get public recognition. Chariot can talk about public recognition as much as the 6 of Wands. So yeah, it just feels like you're grabbing life by the reins and kind of showing it who's boss when it comes to your career and finances. Like, no, I'm in charge here, which is interesting because this also came out, the Emperor, Aries energy, which is the ultimate boss, CEO, entrepreneur. I'm in control of my life. I know exactly what I want. I have a lot of structure and discipline and willpower and motivation to get things done. That kind of energy. That's the ultimate energy, right? Some of you could be accepting a leadership position. So there could be like some sort of pay raise, promotion, something like that. Or you're applying for a job that is, it's not entry level. It would be something that is higher up. Something that is a managerial position, supervisor, team leader. So both of these together make me think like you are just taking charge of your career and your finances in whatever way that means for you. You know, everybody's different. Some people are not starting businesses. They're like, what? No, I don't want to start a business. But they are, maybe further along in their career at their corporate job or something like that. So they're ready for that pay raise and that promotion. Others of you, you're ready to get away from the 9 to 5 and you want to work for yourself with that 9 of Pentacles that we saw in the beginning of your reading. And some of you want to become tarot readers, do something spiritual, maybe something witchy as well. Others want to become writers. Some of you just want to work odd jobs. So you do have that freedom to kind of come and go as you please. Maybe that kind of schedule is easier for you, being your own boss, working contract jobs, that sort of thing. But whatever it is you're deciding to do, whatever direction you're going in, you're in charge. So that's what I see for your career and finances for July. It's looking good, pile number 2. It really is. There's a lot going on here, but I feel like doors are opening for you. I feel like you have a vision about what you want in your career and finances, and that's exactly what you're going after, and you're going to accomplish it with a lot of success. So let's jump into love and relationships and find out what's happening next. All right, pile number 2. Let's get you some tarot cards, and then I'll be pulling from Romance Angels, the Soul Connections Oracle, and Tea Leaf. So, tell me more, Spirit, about pile number 2's love and relationships in the month of July. What can they expect? Okay. We've got 2 of Swords. All right. We've got 9 of Wands. Interesting. Tell me more. No way. We've got 2 of Pentacles. This fell right out. Number 2 could be significant. Month of February, the 2nd of a month. We've also got the 6 of Pentacles. Okay. That can sometimes be my breadcrumbing card. Some of y'all are just on the fence. You either got 2 people you can't decide between. Like, which one do I want? I don't know. Decisions. Or you're just not finding what you're looking for, and that's why you're frustrated with this 9 of Wands energy. I'm almost getting... I love this 2 of Pentacles because he's juggling time and he's juggling coins. So it's like, how can you spend your time and your money wisely? But I'm viewing it as like your time and your energy. For a love reading, it's like, okay, I'm trying to find a balance between career and personal life, but it's choppy waters out here, right? It's not smooth sailing. So am I wasting my time on all these people who breadcrumb me? Because I'm getting really frustrated about it. That's what I'm seeing it as. Tell me more about pile number 2's love and relationships in the month of July, Spirit. Here we go. We've got the Hierophant. Okay, Taurus energy. And we've got the Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. Lots of Earth energy. Okay. So yeah, you really want a commitment. And it could be that somebody's come along and offered this to you. Somebody who wants that equal give and take with that 6 of Pentacles here. And a lot of you are just like, I don't know if it's, you're just so fed up that it doesn't even feel like, how would I describe this? You're so used to people breadcrumbing you. You're so used to nobody actually wanting to commit that when somebody does come along and wants to commit, you're like, what? Is this real? Or are you going to be like, I'm over it 2 months down the road? You know what I mean? It's like you don't want to waste your time and your energy. You're fed up, because I feel like a lot of you are this Queen of Pentacles energy. You're very nurturing. You're very loving. You love your home and your family, and you're focused on your career and finances, and you have that, as we've seen in your reading, you have that going for you. You've got that stability, right? But you don't have love. It's like you have everything but love. But I feel like a lot of you are very practical about how you approach love situations. So there's this energy of like sitting on the fence, especially with that 2 of Swords and the 2 of Pentacles. It's like, okay, like I do have some offers, or I do have an offer, but is this something I can trust? Is it like, is it somebody who actually wants to do this whole long-term thing with me? Or are they just telling me what I want to hear? You know what I mean? And there is a trust issue here, I feel. And I mean, I'm not blaming you at all. You know, people can come in and just ruin a good thing. You know what I mean? And it changes our perception. It's like you try not to judge people after a horrible person or horrible people have screwed you over, but it's difficult to do, because then you have to throw up your shield here, and you're worried that somebody else is going to come along and screw you over just like the last one, and it's going to constantly repeat. It's like a never-ending cycle, and I think a lot of you are just done with that, and you don't want to keep doing it. let's find out. Tell me more, Spirit, about pile number 2's love life in the month of July. I do feel like you have somebody coming in, or you might be dealing with someone now who is serious with that Hierophant energy. That's typically somebody who does want long-term, even possibly marriage. I just feel like you're being cautious. Tell me more about pile number 2's love life and relationships in the month of July. Yeah, we've got forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. That's what I mean. That's what I was saying. Like, it feels like for a lot of you, you have all these issues with the people who have screwed you over in the past, whether you just dated them, whether you were in relationships, marriage, whatever, and they've screwed you over so badly. Obviously, it hurts, right? We've all been there. But in the same vein, it's like, you can't help but be cautious. You want to guard your heart, right? You don't want to go through that again. And it could be a lot of you have been through that several times. And it's like, okay, when am I going to actually find somebody who's serious, who wants that long-term stability like I do, who is practical like me, and who's serious? There's some message here from Spirit about forgiving and learning, like let go of the past. Those people weren't for you, obviously. But we have to remind ourselves that it has nothing to do with us. That when people treat us that way, it's because they've got their own set of issues, and that's not our problem to deal with. It sucks. It hurts, right? And you start questioning, like, is there something wrong with me? Like, or you find out they got a girlfriend or a boyfriend a couple of weeks later after dating you. You're like, why didn't they want to be with me? It has nothing to do with you. And that can be one of the biggest lessons ever. Like, sometimes people just aren't compatible. Sometimes people aren't attracted to each other. Sometimes they don't have chemistry. Sometimes it's just like you don't have a soul contract with somebody. You know what I mean? You want to dig deep. So it's like you got to let that go. Forgive them, let them go, and move on. And I think there's also, because I have the learning here, there's something here about like watch out for red flags. I know we haven't gotten the pay attention to the red flags card, but that's what it makes me think of. If there are certain aspects of people that you notice they have in common, for instance, like some of these red flags, like they love bomb you, or maybe they constantly show up late to dates, or I don't know, there's something, it's just like if you take a deep dive and you really scrutinize your past dates or the people you were in relationships with, and you really look at the similarities, there's something here about what I'm seeing is that they have a lot of similarities. And the learning aspect comes in when you're like, oh, I can spot these from now on. I can spot them from a mile away. And that's how you protect yourself, basically. Tell me more, Spirit. Pile number 2. And their love and relationships in July. What can we expect? July, Spirit. Okay, we've got make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you just want to give up. That Nine of Wands, wounded warrior energy. It's like, I've been down this road so many times. I'm tired. I don't want to do this anymore. And Spirit's like, no, you got to keep making the effort until you find your person if that's what you really want. If you really want that long-term commitment, you're going to have to keep trying. You're going to have to weed out the possibilities, right? And that's the difficult part, isn't it? Like trying to find, it'd be so easy if we could just figure out who we're meant to be with, but that's not how it works. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So if somebody comes along and wants to be with you and they want to be romantic and they, they want commitment, I feel like this is saying, don't hold back. Don't be afraid to express your love. Maybe you've expressed love in the past and it was rejected or shunned in some way. Again, we go back to the first part of your reading. There's something here. It's like you were almost like shamed, or I don't know how to describe it. It's like you had to repress who you really are. Maybe you have a lot of love to give people, but not just, romantic partners, but in general. And it feels like you've never really been appreciated for that, or people haven't really seen you for who you are and like your big heart. So Spirit wants you to know that when you do find this person, and you will, okay, because you're not going to give up, go ahead and be who you are and express your love for them, because the right person is not going to make you feel bad about doing that, and it's going to be reciprocal with that Six of Pentacles. This is somebody who wants that equal give and take. They want to meet you halfway. They want to have that equal, level playing field, right? And they want to give back to you. Okay, so I feel like you'll find the right person that you can express your love with, and they're going to express their love too. Maybe both of you have been in situations where, you try to be lovey-dovey with someone and they're just kind of like, oh, like, get off me or whatever. And that's not your person, okay? They don't deserve you. Tell me more, Spirit. Pile number 2, in their love life and relationships in the month of July. What can they expect? No way. Let go. Sometimes it's best to let go and let the universe work things out in divine timing. This goes right under that forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Let go. That's what I said. I said you gotta let the past go. Whoever hurt you, forgive them and move on. Again, you can't put the blame on yourself. You can't feel guilty about something that wasn't even your fault to begin with. It was all on them. We've got openness. Be open to accept divine guidance in your relationships. This is interesting because it looks like they're reading from a Bible. And we've got the Hierophant here, which is my God card. So some of you could actually be religious. That's not for everybody. But what I'm seeing is more like this is a spiritual connection. Okay? And again, back to make the effort, be open. Spirit is very direct about this. Like, if you want to find love, you're going to have to put yourself out there. You cannot sit at home and be like, well, I never meet anybody, but you never leave your house. You know what I mean? And for a lot of you who have been dating and you're just like, I'm not having any luck. I don't know if I'm wasting my time. Like we talked about with the juggling here. This is Spirit's way of saying you got to keep doing it, because you're going to find the right person, but you got to get through all the weeds. Okay, let's see. I shouldn't laugh. I'm so sorry. Pile number 2. Actually, I'm not sorry. Tested. Your strengths and weaknesses are being tested. I mean, this is what we've been talking about, right? Like, how badly do you want this? How badly do you want to find true love? Because you can't give up. If you give up, then you're gonna fail, right? But I feel like with the 9 of Wands here especially, it's like you're really being tested. You're at your wit's end when it comes to trying to find someone. We've got Hand. In need of help, assistance, and guidance. Okay. The way I'm reading this is, I feel like Spirit is giving you a hand. I feel like they're going to be leading you, Spirit's going to be leading you to wherever it is that you need to be. Because remember, this is divine. It says be open to accept divine guidance in your relationships. I feel like this is their way of like divinely leading you to the person you're meant to be with. Almost like looking for the signs. But I feel also too, don't be afraid to ask for like help from, let's say, coworkers or friends or family members who were like trying to set you up. Maybe there's some people who are like, I know the perfect person for you. And you're like, no, I don't think you do. I think I know what's best for me, but you haven't had any luck. Go to that person and say, okay, who do you want to set me up with? What's this person like? What's their name? What are they into? Start asking questions. I feel like there are people who want to help you, but I feel like a lot of you have been like, I don't know about that. Switch it up a little bit, alright? Tell me more, Spirit. Pile number 2 is love life. In the month. Okay. Yeah. Obstacles. Here we got hills with obstacles to overcome. So we've already covered this. 9 of Wands energy, you going back and forth, being indecisive, trying to figure out if it's a waste of time or if you want to spend your time on trying to find love. Yeah, it just feels like there's something here about needing to let go of the past. That's a huge obstacle, right? And being able to move forward. Tell me more, Spirit. Oh, that's a lot. No. No way did that come out. Oh my god. After I just talked about that. Key. Successful outcome to your problems. What is this reading? The interesting thing is it came out with Broken Bridge. Unsuccessful outcome to a problem. And this is crazy because this gives me that Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles energy where it's like teetering. It's like a teeter-totter. It's going back and forth. Like, is it? Isn't it? Is it? Isn't it? Same with like Six of Pentacles, because in the traditional Rider-Waite, the Six of Pentacles, the person is holding the scales of justice up and down, trying to weigh the options, right? Balance everything out. And that's what it feels like. It feels like you're going back and forth, up and down. Do I want this or do I not want this? That's funny. But I can't believe I talked about the key. What was that in the career portion of the reading with that lock? And I said I kept seeing keys lately. I don't know what's up with the keys. I kept hearing keys mentioned, and I don't know. It was weird. But yeah, that's funny. Okay, we got flowers with happiness. Somebody will probably bring you flowers. I do see that. I'm noticing the flowers right here on the card. We've got the flowers on the edge of these cards as well. But yeah, it feels like somebody might be bringing you flowers on a date, or you're bringing somebody else flowers on a date. But I do see that happiness coming through. It does feel like you're going to figure this out. Whichever direction you want to go in. I feel like a lot of you are not giving up. Yeah, Beryl, you feel something is lacking in your life. Perhaps love, money, or goals. Yes, we've already established that. Haven't we? And I feel like for a lot of you, you're on the up and up with your money and finances. And it just feels like love is what's really lacking. Tell me more, Spirit. For pile number 2. Love and relationships in the month of July. One more. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? Dealings or relationship with a man. Okay. That's very straightforward. Now, if you're looking for a woman, let's put it that way. Whether you're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. Just take that as like a woman, okay? Even though the woman didn't come out. But this could also be someone who wants to lend you a helping hand. I am seeing that. So maybe there's like a friend of yours or somebody in your social circle who's like, yo, I've got this other friend that's on the same, friends group. I think I could set them up with you. Or my brother or my sister, they're looking for someone and I could set you up with them. You know what I mean? Like something like that. So this could be someone who wants to help you, but this could also be somebody that it is someone you're dating, somebody who wants that commitment, because it does talk about or relationship with a man. I'm telling y'all, you've got somebody coming in who's actually serious, but you have to decide what you want first. Do you really want to find true love, or are you to the point where you just really and truly want to give up and you just haven't given up yet? So it's like pick one, because that's what I get with that energy with the Broken Bridge and the key. But also with the Two of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. Like back and forth, back and forth. All you have to do is pick one direction and go in that direction. And then whether you decide to stop dating for a while or you decide to keep pursuing dating and trying to find your person, your next long-term relationship with the Hierophant and the Man card here, it's up to you, as always. So that's what I'm seeing for you, pile number 2. Hopefully something in this reading resonated. If it did, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Please like, share, subscribe, as it really helps me out because it boosts the video so others can see it in the algorithm. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Hello, pile number 3. Let's go ahead and jump right into your reading. See what messages come out for you. So I'll be pulling from the Numinous Astro deck and the Angel Wisdom Tarot deck for the first part of this reading. We're just going to get general messages, see whatever comes out for the month of July. Spirit, what's happening for pile number 3 in the month of July? What can they expect? We've got Cancer, the doula. We've got Taurus, the bombshell. So we've got 4th house and 2nd house energy. Cancer rules the house of home and family. Taurus is about like self-worth, your money. Tell me more, Spirit. Pile number 3. We got Mercury with communication. Okay. Gemini, Virgo energy. All right. Opposition with balance. Okay. 2 more. Pile number 3. In the month of July. Pisces has come out for everybody. What is going on? Pisces the Mystic. Alright. Okay. We've got Scorpio, the animal. Alright, you got a lot of zodiac signs. But it also came out with Sagittarius, the Voyager. I think it was pile number 1. I'm filming this at different times. Pile number 1 also got Sagittarius. So, got a bonus card. Okay. Actually, I'm going to scoot this down. I'll put that right there. So, as far as like the overall energy for this, there's a lot going on, okay? A lot of you could be doing something around your home, like I said, with the Cancer energy. I'm getting with this opposition with the balance. There's something here about like, maybe you don't like the way things are decorated, or maybe you're like renovating your house or doing some sort of DIY projects. I'm picking that up. Taurus also loves like creature comforts in their home because they're ruled by Venus. So there's something here where it's like maybe you're just doing something regarding your home, changing things up, maybe buying new furniture, maybe just rearranging the furniture. I don't know, something like that. Maybe you've been thinking about wallpapering or painting. For others of you, it could be something as simple as like, I need to buy some new pillow covers because these old pillow covers just aren't matching what I envision for, you know, my style, the aesthetic. For others of you, though, I'm also seeing that there's a focus on like you. It's like you are focusing on yourself. Because when I think of like Cancer and Taurus together, it's like, and Taurus being the bombshell, there's something here about like spending more time at home or focusing on like self-care routine, focusing on your image. It's like a pleasure-seeking energy. And with Pisces here, Pisces has come out, like I said, for all 3 piles, which is interesting because I'm getting more of like a healing energy, like tapping more into like manifestation or your spirituality, or like digging deep into your subconscious mind and figuring out what makes you tick and why things are going a certain way in your life and how you can change it. If it's a certain pattern, it's like you're breaking that pattern. If it's a certain way of thinking, you're breaking that. It's like some sort of deep, hidden motives or hidden, I want to say knowledge, but it feels like it's something else. It feels like there's something else going on. And I think I talked with pile number 2 about Pisces being like an escapist. I'm a Pisces myself, and we love escapism. Whether it's like watching Netflix shows or reading books or something like that, there could be a message here about feeling like you need to escape for a bit. Maybe you need that time out for yourself. Maybe you need to just curl up on your sofa and watch a good movie or 5. Something where you're really taking time out and taking a break. It's like you need to recharge your batteries. For others of you, though, you don't want to recharge your batteries. You want to get out there and do some things. Things are shifting around in your life with this Scorpio energy. It's like the death card in tarot. You're going through some sort of metamorphosis or transformation is what it feels like in July. I'm also seeing a lot of like travel, but with Sagittarius, there's a level of wanting, I kept seeing knowledge when I was talking about Pisces, but it's interesting because Jupiter is the current ruler of Sagittarius, but the old ruler of Pisces. Jupiter likes expansion and growth. It's also the planet of good luck and good fortune. It's like Wheel of Fortune energy, because Wheel of Fortune is Sagittarius energy. But there's something here about like learning about different cultures, maybe learning a new language, traveling to a foreign country, feeling more lucky in July. That's what it feels like. There's just, I don't know, there's something here about you re-energizing, you maybe going through a glow up, or you completely tearing down anything in your life. You know, I was getting that even around the home, like renovation or rearranging your furniture, redoing something having to do with like the way you decorate, something like that. It's like a, let me burn this to the ground, not literally, but and come back up like a phoenix rising from the ashes. It's like a destructive energy, but it's a good destructive energy. I hope this makes sense, because that's what I'm envisioning, okay? It's like a lot of you knew something wasn't working, or several things weren't working, and you're like, I need a change. This is the equivalent of saying, I want a new wardrobe, or I need a new haircut, I need to dye my hair a different color, I need to change my look up a bit. But it's like you're doing it in other aspects of your life, okay? That's what I'm getting from this. There's also a level of, with Mercury here with communication, a lot of you are busy bees in the month of July. There's a lot going on for you. When I think about Mercury too ruling like Gemini and Virgo, that's the 3rd and 6th houses. I think about like the 3rd house being the house of like being social, even like social media. I know everybody says it's Aquarius in the 11th house, and it could be, but when I think it's like the 3rd house, I think of being social, being a social butterfly, social media. Some of you could be traveling and posting about it. Some of you could be posting about your glow up. You could be posting about changes you're making on your home, whatever it is, whatever these changes are. That's what I'm seeing. For Virgo energy, that 6th house, that would be like everyday activities. Going to the gym, going to buy groceries, going to work, walking your dogs, or whatever. So there's this energy of, it's like, I don't know how to describe this. It's like you're trying to find time out for yourself. And I feel like a lot of you live very busy lives. Trying to find time out for yourself, rest, rejuvenate, and also like rebuild some aspect here, okay? It's like you're being resourceful while also still keeping up like appearances or doing everyday activities, like you still have a 9 to 5, something like that. But it's almost like with the Scorpio energy here, you're being a little secretive about it. I don't know. It's like it came out of nowhere. It's like you haven't really told anybody. Even though we have communication here, it's almost like you're communicating all the necessary things in your day-to-day life. Or you're posting in social media if you have it. But other aspects, it feels very secretive with that Scorpio energy. It's like 8th house energy. It's like if you do go through with, let's say, renovating your home, I could see people popping up and being like, I didn't even know you were going to do that. And you're like, oh yeah, I just decided to do it, but you didn't tell anybody you were going to do it. You know what I mean? So it's like they know now, but you were kind of secretive about it. Or you changed up your appearance. And people are like, oh my god, I didn't even know you were thinking about, you know, cutting your hair, dyeing your hair like that, or dressing that way, or whatever. And you're like, yeah, I've been thinking about it for a while, actually. But you didn't tell anybody. You decided to book a trip. Maybe you're someone who doesn't travel a lot, and you just book a trip, and you're off, like, maybe it's a cruise, maybe, I mean, we've got an airplane on here, so maybe it's a trip to a foreign country. Maybe you want to go to, like, the French Riviera or Italy, and you just book a trip, and everybody's like, oh my god, I can't believe you're, like, posting pictures or whatever with that communication. You post pictures from the French Riviera or Italy, and everybody's like, oh my god, I can't believe you even got on a plane. Why didn't you tell anybody you were going? There's something here about keeping things to yourself. So I don't know if you've got people around you who will try to tear you down or oppose, the opposition here, oppose what it is that you want to do, that they would confront you about it. But it just feels like you're keeping it to yourself. And Pisces can also be about hidden energy with that 12th house energy, keeping things hidden. That's where everything goes to die. That's the house where everything goes to die, not literally, but where things are kind of just like, gonna keep this on the down low. That's why a lot of times in astrology people say if you have like 12th house synastry with people, sometimes that can mean that you're having like an affair or a fling and it's kept hidden. Like nobody knows that you two actually hooked up. Just a little FYI. So that's what it feels like. Tell me more, Spirit, about pile number 3 in the month of July. Okay, what do we got? Nope. We've got 5 of Swords right off the bat. Okay. So this is interesting, because this is usually about playing like games or someone who lacks integrity, somebody making like an unwise decision about something. I don't feel this is you. That's the weird part. It feels like you're actually making the right choices in your life. My question is, was this somebody you were dealing with? It could be a family member, it doesn't have to be a lover. It could be a lover. It could be a friend. Somebody who wanted to like play mind games with you in some way, make you second guess, like gaslight you almost, like make you second guess whether you're making the right choice. Is that why you're keeping things secretive? You just have to do them and then this person will come around, or these people, and be like, oh, I didn't realize you were gonna do. Yep, there's a reason for that. That's interesting. I'm also getting the energy because this is the card of like winning at all costs. Like no matter what, you have a vision for something and you're not going to let anybody stop you. So if a lot of you are feeling that way, you feel like people are trying to hold you back or play games with you or what, you're like, no, I'm going to do me and I'm going to be successful with whatever this is. And we've got ego, which is the devil. And in this card, her chains are being broken with the help of this angel here. So again, were you tied to someone or something that was trying to hold you down or hold you back? That's Capricorn energy, by the way. It's interesting. It's like, this is the illusion of being trapped. This is the people that are negative around us. This is the devil on your shoulder. If you were listening, because we've got the swords here with that mental energy, were you listening to the devil on your shoulder tell you you can't do this or you can't be that, and you're just like, watch me? Did you have some sort of unhealthy habits here? This could even be like procrastination. It could also be, like I said, it felt like you were kind of putting some things off or had been for a while and you were ready. You were ready for the new. It's like accepting responsibility for your situation and making the correct choices that will help you move forward. So you can actually end up on your path to, oh my God, to happiness. Well, the star, big difference. Aquarius energy, light at the end of the tunnel. And you've been manifesting this with the Magician. There's that Gemini, Virgo energy, the Mercury energy. So a lot of you, this is the light at the end of the tunnel. This is you finally breaking free from something here. You had faith the whole time that everything was going to work out. And now it's like all these positive changes are going to be coming in. And it's an end to all these challenging times. Or whatever's been going on in your life. Could be a bunch of obstacles. Or you felt like there were a bunch of obstacles. This makes you feel hopeful again, right? This is like dreams coming true, a wish coming true. That's it. Things are balancing out. Like we have the balance here with the opposition. It's like, finally. So that's interesting. Because some of the other piles, they've had this feeling of like breaking free or finding their freedom. And that Aquarius energy can talk about, you know, I said something earlier about Aquarius because I was talking about social media. It can talk about like worldwide stuff. Humanity as a whole, technology for the 11th house. And there's something here about like maybe you're doing some world traveling. Maybe you have family members who are like, that's unsafe. Have you seen the state of the world today? You can't go out and do any sort of traveling. And you're like, yeah, I can. I'm not going to stop doing what I want to do. And maybe for a while they convinced you that they were right, that they knew best. Those mind games with that Five of Swords. And you listen to them. You listen to that devil on your shoulder, those negative thoughts holding you back or tying you down. And now it's like you're breaking free. You're like, no, actually, I think I decide what I want to do. And I'll be the judge of that, not you. And for a lot of you, you are communicating this. It may shock a lot of people too. But that's what I'm seeing for part 1 of your reading. Pile number 3, let's go ahead and jump into your career and finances. Alright, pile number 3, let's see what's happening in your career and finances. I've got a new money oracle deck, so I'll be using that. We'll pull some cards from that, and then we'll get some tarot. Alright, Spirit, for pile number 3, what's happening in their career and finances in the month of July? Interesting. Angelic help. So this makes me think about that angel that was helping the woman in the devil card, helping her break free from something. So it says, now is the time to trust the universe, knowing you will be provided for. A career or blessing is lining up for you, so stay positive and trust. Pay attention to the signs your angels are sending you right now. This looks like Italy. Like, did I not just talk about Italy? Is Italy significant for some of you? Do some of you have Italian heritage, or you're Italian? What's going on here? Do you have a trip lined up already for Italy? I don't know. Teacher, you have the ability to inspire others to unlock their true potential. Explore careers in teaching, coaching, mentorship, or as a motivational speaker. You've learned much about money. Now is the time to put it into practice. So some of you could be teachers, or you're wanting to do one of these professions. You want to be one of these professions. Coaching, mentorship, motivational speaking. You don't always have to be like an elementary school teacher or something like that. There are different ways you can actually teach. We've got Peacemaker. You're being urged to apply diplomacy and tact in a difficult situation. Consider careers in politics, negotiations, unions, contracts, or peacemaking. Adopt a win-win attitude when negotiating business deals. Okay, so some of you could be going into one of these professions as well. Politics, negotiations, unions, contracts, or peacemaking. And some of these could cross over, like with the teacher and the peacemaker. Maybe you're entering a job where you are teaching in some aspect, but maybe you're doing, like, when I think of peacemaker, I think of like the Peace Corps as well. Maybe you're like entering the Peace Corps, but you're teaching something within that company. So like these two would cross over, for instance. We've also got Mechanic. Mend what needs mending. It might be broken, but not all is lost. Consider a career as mechanic in automotive, aerospace, or repair technician. You can fix your finances easily, but some sacrifice may be required. Okay, some of you could also be getting a car fixed, or I should just say vehicle in general. It doesn't have to be an actual car, but yeah, it just feels like some of you could be getting that done. Others of you, that's what you want to be. That's what you're good at. Maybe you've been thinking about being a mechanic, or you're good at fixing things in general. It doesn't have to be on just like cars or vehicles. It could be that, you know, I talked about that DIY in the first part of your reading. I don't know why I kept seeing that. Somebody DIYing or renovating. Maybe you like to fix things, and maybe DIYing, renovating homes, something like that is in your future. We've got Shift. Okay, you are taking your career in a totally different direction. Have the courage to change course, continue to grow, and embrace learning. Interesting, that comes out right underneath Teacher. You've reached the end of the road where you can't continue. So some of you feel like you're in a dead-end job, and you can't get out of that job. But there's something here you need to learn. I'm looking at all these items on here. So some of you could be a chef. Some of you, it looks like doctor's tools. Like I'm seeing a stethoscope. Some of you could be like a nutritionist, or want to be a nutritionist, and you're teaching about nutrition. And also too, with like the mechanic and teacher, some of you could be starting like a YouTube channel teaching people how to fix their cars. You know what I mean? Like most people don't know how to change a tire, or they don't know how to change the oil in their car. They rely on others to do that. Maybe some people want to learn how to do that. Or if you're DIYing, for instance, maybe some people want to learn how to DIY, or they just want to watch you DIY your house. I don't know. There's something like that happening. Then we've got Comfort. The cat's really cute. While you may not be wealthy, you will live comfortably. You're about to enter the most comfortable period of your life. Your finances are in a state of balance. Well, we saw that opposition balance card in the first part of your reading. But that Comfort makes me think of that Cancer energy. I said that's like the fourth house energy. It's the house of like home and family. And there's something about you being comfortable at home. Whether you're renovating or not, whether you just want to spend time to yourself and curl up, you know, with like a throw cover and watch some Netflix, I don't know, or a movie. And it feels like, you know, if you have pets, they are comfortable too. Tell me more, Spirit, about pile number 3's career and finances in the month of July. What we got? Okay. Interesting. There's definitely a shift here. Okay, we've got 5 of Cups. We've got the 6 of Cups. Some of you, something didn't work out with this 5 of Cups energy. It's like you're upset that it didn't work out. And some of you could be thinking about how it didn't work out and why it didn't work out. And it's like you're stuck on that. You're stuck on whatever didn't work out in the past. But there's something here about like needing to move on, heal from it. And then we got the 5 of Pentacles. So 2 5s. 5s for me are pivot numbers. They're numbers of change. Things are shifting. You know, we had this shift card here, and that's what I'm getting from this. Like things are shifting around for you, but you may not see that yet. And that may be why the angelic help is coming in. Because there's something here about like maybe like losing a job, or you didn't get a promotion or a raise, and maybe your finances aren't where you want them to be. The good news about the 5 of Pentacles is that, and you can see the angel standing behind her, right? Is that there is a way to find help. There is, I mean, oh, there's a cat on here too. Just realized that. Some of you have cats. There's also a little dog, a little puppy on here. So some of you could be animal lovers. Anyway, she's sitting outside this church, and all she has to do is go inside the church and ask for help. It would help her. So there is a way for you to receive help, is what it's saying, if that's what you're needing. It's about reaching out to others for assistance, or I'm hearing food bank as well. But it feels like you are trying to overcome some sort of negativity, negative thoughts, especially with Five of Cups and Five of Pentacles here. These are both about like negative thoughts, especially when it comes to money and things not working out. And we did have that Devil card at the beginning of your reading. I said that it's like the devil sitting on your shoulder, right? You can't listen to your ego. It's going to fight against you every time. So there's a message here about trying to find something about, there's a hidden good that's happening, or something that's available to you, that not all hope is lost. And hope makes me think of the Star card that we saw too. But in the Five of Cups, there are 2 cups behind him. He's too busy being focused on those 3 cups that spilled over. In this deck, they're broken. But there's 2 other cups that are being offered. They're perfectly whole. They're great. They're filled, you know? But because he's not focused on them, he's not seeing them. So there's a message here about stop focusing on what didn't work out, and, you know, turn around, turn the opposite direction, pivot on your heel, pivot, and move in a new direction. That shift that we saw. And that's going to also change your finances around too. I feel like there's a lot of fear surrounding money. How am I going to pay my bills? You know, especially if you lost a job. But there's something here about thinking about how things used to be, like being nostalgic and wanting something to change. So that shift is something that needs to happen in order for you to be able to progress. I am curious. I want to get a couple more cards. Tell me more, Spirit, about pile number 3's career and finances in July. What have we got? We've got Justice, Libra energy. So again, you feel like you've gotten the short stick in all of this. Like you were screwed over in something. There could be something legal going on where you're trying to get money, where you're trying to get compensation, and you need things to like balance out. Again, we saw that opposition balance at the beginning of your reading. So there is something here that is going in your favor. You will win as long as you know, have something like worth winning. That's usually what the Justice card means. It doesn't mean that you're trying to screw somebody over and you're suing them that you're going to win. It usually means if you come from a place of integrity. This could be like a workers' comp case. Maybe you got injured on the job and they're like, no, you're basically useless now, and since you're a peon, we're going to fire you. I hate when they do that. I've never understood that. I just saw a story recently where some guy ended up he was like in a coma. I forgot what happened. He ended up in a car accident or something like that. And he was in a coma, and his employer was like, fired. Everybody's like, what? You can't find some sort of like temporary replacement for this guy while he's in a freaking coma? Like, give me a break. People are crazy, especially employers. So that's what it's giving. It's giving like workers' comp, or needing to file some sort of like legal claim to get compensation. And in the meantime, you don't have any money coming in. Now that's not for everybody, obviously. But it's like there's something here about you getting justice. And look what came out again. Some of you could be breaking a contract, like a legally binding contract, to leave a situation, and you know you're going to take a monetary loss, but you need to do it in order to make this shift happen. We need one more, Spirit. What we got? Oh my God. This is the Temperance card. What is up with the balance? It keeps coming out. Came out in the first part of your reading with the opposition. I was just talking about the balance because I was thinking about the scales of justice here. Things are working out for you, pile number 3. I know it may not seem like that right now, but this is saying have patience because things are happening behind the scenes. So everything's going to work out. Everything's going to balance back out. It just feels like it's very topsy-turvy right now in your life. But you're going to get your karmic justice, or you're going to get the actual justice in the physical. It's not just spiritual. It could be actually physical, where you're getting some sort of award or compensation for whatever it is you've been through. If you were unjustly fired, if you were injured on the job, something like that. And I see you also changing because we have the 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, and the Devil again coming out. There's something here about breaking the cycle of staying in negative thinking like nothing's ever going to work out for you. I think there's something here that's about to shift. We have that shift card in your mind where you're like, you know what? I'm tired of thinking this way. It hasn't gotten me anywhere. So I'm going to start thinking everything does work out in my favor and see what happens. And it's like things are starting to balance out again. I found that that's kind of how the universe works anyway. It's like an up and down, like a roller coaster, or like a, you know, like the heart rate monitor. You see the beat, like it's going up and down and up and down. It feels like that's kind of how life works. It ebbs and flows. And a lot of times, you know, if we hit rock bottom, the only way is up. It's got to go back up again. And so, yeah, it just feels like you've hit rock bottom, but you're ready to, or you're waiting to go back up. You're ready for that upward spiral after a downward spiral. That's what it feels like. So, with that said, let's go ahead and jump into your love and relationships for July. Alright, pile number 3, let's see what's happening in your love and relationships. Spirit, what's going on in pile number 3's love and relationships for the month of July? What is happening in your love and relationships in July? We've got the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. I love, love, love. This is my all-time favorite Hanged Man because of the path that is split, the fork in the road here. Most cards don't show that. So, means you've got a decision to make, and you are weighing your options. Tell me more, Spirit. No way, I was just thinking about that as soon as I said weighing your options. I was like, oh, like the Seven of Cups kind of options? Oh, man, that's crazy. So you do have options, pile number 3. You do. And the first thing on here is like, make a choice. Like, make a choice already. But you want to make the best choice, right? You don't want to waste your time. You don't want to end up with somebody and, you know, 6 months down the road, they're like, I don't think this is actually going to work. And you're like, man, I should have chosen that other person. Okay, then we got the Chariot, Cancer energy. Yeah, you're ready to move forward. You're ready to find that person. Or if you already have it narrowed down to a couple of different people, you are figuring out who you want to move forward with. We've got 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. Nice. I also love that you had the star at the beginning of your reading, and now you got the 9 of Cups at the end. Both wish fulfillments. We've got Knight of Wands. Yeah, you don't want the F-boy, F-girl energy. You want the real deal, right? Most people do, unless they're also in that F-boy, F-girl energy. And it's funny because I'm looking at this, it's coming out underneath that 7 of Cups. Some of you could be viewed as an F-boy or F-girl right now if you have all these options. Some people might be viewing you as a player. Now, some of you are probably sitting there shaking your head, no, that's not me. I know. But this is how other people are seeing you, okay? That's what it feels like. Where you've got all these options, you're looking good, looking hot, but even if you're not in that energy, that's just how other people see you. Like, you are the prize with that 9 of Cups, but I also feel like you're about to find your 9 of Cups, your wish fulfillment, whatever you've been manifesting. Yep, I just said you're looking hot. Queen of Wands, Aries energy. So yeah, you're the one who's being viewed as the prize. And look at that, we've got 2 of Cups at the bottom. Unbelievable. Okay, so yeah, for a lot of you, you've been working on yourself. I said that at the beginning of the reading. It felt like things were changing, things were shifting. It felt like a physical change, maybe changes around your home, your work, yeah, mental, emotional, every aspect, every avenue. And now, if a lot of you are putting yourself out there, it feels like you have all these options, and you're like, who am I going to choose? Because I don't want the F-boy, F-girl. And look at the direction. They're headed straight for the Queen of Wands, so they're headed straight for you. I feel like you're standing firm on what it is you want, and you're not settling for anything less. A lot of you are like, nope, I have this idea in mind. I've been daydreaming about what I want, but when it comes down to making an actual decision with that Hanged Man energy, you're trying to see things in a whole new light. It's like seeing things from a different perspective, right? So you have to take a pause to really reflect on who's the best option for you. Who's playing games? Who is the person who actually wants long term and wants to get to know you better? Not somebody who's going to rush in, love bomb you, and then rush out just as quickly, right? Some of you could be like really popular if you're on a dating app. I am picking that up. But I also see you just being really determined to find your person. Tell me more, Spirit, about pile number 3's love life in July. Yeah, this is what I was talking about, deception. Someone is wearing a false self-mask in this relationship. Okay, I'm not saying it's like a relationship, but I am seeing like you're dealing with a bunch of people and you're trying to figure out who is actually the real deal and who is deceiving you and pretending that they want more, but they just really want to like get in bed with you or something. Waste your time. Oh, we've got engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. See, this is what I mean. Like, you want that. This is what it feels like. I don't think a lot of you are boys or girls. I think a lot of you want commitment. You want long term. You want to find your forever person like a lot of people do, okay? I think you're going to find them. This is you taking time out, like I said, to really weigh your options carefully and say, who do I see myself with long term? Who actually makes time for me? And who says they're going to make time but doesn't, you know, show up and show out? Maybe they cancel plans a lot. Maybe they don't show up on time for dates. Maybe they're a little too sexual when you're trying to have like a deep conversation. You know what I mean? Like things that are like little red flags. It might work with others, but it may not work with you. And I think you're seeing through that mask and making the correct choice. Tell me more, Spirit, for pile number 3 and their love and relationships in the month of July. Forgiving and learning has tried to come out twice now. So if there's something that I feel like if there is someone in the past that you need to forgive, now would be the time to do it. And a lot of people don't want to do that. Okay. I know that's difficult to do. For others of you, that learning aspect, that's where that comes in, where you are learning discernment, or you have learned discernment. That's what this is all about, really. So that's interesting that tried to come out twice, but it didn't actually come out. What came out is worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Interesting. Because it feels like you got help from the other side, but it also feels like this is also on you, pile number 3. This is you actually having that discernment and choosing the right person. And they're going to be worth waiting for. They're going to be so glad that you didn't settle for anyone else along the way. Maybe there was someone, Joe Schmo or Jane Schmo back in the day, and you're like, I could have married that person, but I would have been miserable. I would have never loved them the way I wanted to love someone, the way I wanted someone to love me. They couldn't love me that way. We would have been miserable. And then the cycle would have continued, right? Because we see that a lot, where people just settle because, oh, clock's ticking, so we gotta settle down. I guess you'll do. And then we'll bring kids into this world, and a cycle continues. But I feel like a lot of you have held out because you don't want to settle. You know what your worth is. You know that you deserve better. And because of that, you're gonna find your wish fulfillment, your dream come true with that Knight of Cups. Tell me more, Spirit, about pile number 3, our love and relationships in the month of July. What we got? Okay, we've got rejoice. Embrace your loving connection and rejoice. See, I know you have a connection coming in. I love that that's on the 9 of Cups, by the way. We've also got challenges. All true soul connections involve challenges that can be overcome together. Now, this could be anything. This could be like, maybe it's a long distance connection. We do have the Chariot here, which can talk about travel. Okay. Maybe there's a challenge where you two have different, like, religious or spiritual beliefs. Maybe you come from different cultural backgrounds. There's something here where it's like, there's a challenge. Some of you could just be into different things. Maybe you don't really have much in common, but you just click on a different level. Like, you can talk about anything. You have a lot of chemistry, a lot of passion for each other, and you love being around each other. But it's like, I'm looking at this, I'm thinking like, maybe somebody likes camping and hiking, and somebody else is like, ugh, I cannot be outside with bugs. I'm not an outdoor person, you know? But, yeah, that's what it feels like. Maybe somebody's into, I don't know. I'm seeing like somebody going scuba diving or snorkeling or something like that, loving to be around water. And then another person be like, ugh, I don't even like to swim. I can swim, but I don't like it. I don't like being in the ocean. I don't like being unable to see what's beneath me or something, you know, something like that. It's like kind of that polar opposites. Oh my God. With the opposition in the first part of your reading. Yeah, it's like opposites attract. That's what it feels like. That bringing that balance in that we keep talking about. It's a reoccurring theme. Yeah, that's what it feels like the challenge is. And it doesn't really feel like a, like a huge challenge. I feel like a challenge would be like distance more so than anything. Like, okay, when are we going to see each other? When are we going to book that flight? I can't make this up. Oh my God. And we had the Sagittarius energy at the beginning of your reading with that flight, with the plane. Maybe that's why you're traveling. That's why you're keeping it a secret for now from people. Until you know it works out. Because I kept saying something here is secretive. Something, there's some things that you're keeping hidden. I was talking about that 12th house synastry for people who have like affairs or flings or whatever. I'm not saying that's what this is, because we do have the engagement in the 9 of Cups, so it feels like you are meeting someone who's serious, but it could just be that you two keep it private for a long time. Not secret, private. We got obstacles. Look for ways around the obstacles to find happiness. See? But look at what's at the bottom of the deck. Commitment. It's an important factor to achieve a successful relationship. And we got the engagement here. We got the ring here. So I just feel like you're going to find your person, but you kind of have to stay the course. There's going to be something here. It's going to try to throw you off. Like, how badly do you actually want this person? That's what it feels like. What are you two willing to do for each other? Like, it's almost like proving your love, but it comes from external sources or like the universe or something. It's like you two already know that you're going to love each other, or you do love each other, but there are some workarounds that have to happen, okay? Tell me more, Spirit, about pile number 3's love life. Whew, okay. Let me use this. I'm just screwing up all the cards. Okay. I cannot make this up. Mice. Discord among friends or family. Did I not say that at the beginning? Like, there's some people you have to keep things hidden from? That it could actually be like family members who don't want the best for you, and you're just like, like when you redo your house or something. They're like, oh, I didn't know you were going to do this. Yep. It's like you don't tell them everything. And that's what I was getting. So I was just talking about with this. Like, maybe they've been on your case for a while about finding someone, or maybe they just thought you'd never find anyone, and then you do. You maybe let it slip that you have a person, and all of a sudden it throws them into a tizzy. What is this about? Why are they not happy for you? Jeez. We got Camel. Persevere and you will overcome problems, challenges, and obstacles. Yes. Again, something about the camel here makes me think like maybe somebody's from a different cultural background than you, or there's a distance here. Like, you two live in different countries or different states or provinces or something like that, where there's definitely some challenges and obstacles going on. What have we got? Heart, love, deep affection, and caring. Woohoo! See, I'm telling you, it's here. I also love that the hearts are in they've done all this here in the sky. Okay, well, let me get a few more of these tea leaf oracle cards, and we will wrap up this reading. So, again, it just feels like you've got somebody coming in, somebody who's going to make you very happy, okay? We've got Wishbone. A wish is granted. Oh my God. Right on that 9 of Cups, and we had that star card at the beginning. You're definitely getting a wish come true. Like, whoever this person is somebody that you've been praying, hoping, manifesting, and wishing for. We've got Bouquet, compliments from an admirer. Okay, so this person could see you, whether you're on a dating app or not. They could see you first and contact you. They could see you on social media and be like, yo, you're really handsome, you're really beautiful. I'd love to take you out sometime. I'd like to get to know you over coffee, something like that. And you're just like, oh, okay. One more, please, Spirit. One more. Oh my God. We've got Parrot. Someone will gossip about all of your secrets. I'm done. That's why you're having to keep things private or secretive. Somebody really has it out for you, pile number 3. I don't know if this is like gossipy family members or like people in your friend circle. I don't know. There's something here. It's like you can't tell them everything. I don't know why I was picking that up, but it's like you can't tell them everything because they'll just run and tell everybody else in the family, or they'll run and tell everybody else in the friends group. Maybe it's coworkers. I don't know. I feel like I'm not really picking up coworkers though. It just feels like friends or family. So when this relationship comes in, when you're actually in a relationship with someone, and you will be, wish granted, right? it feels like you're having to keep it private. Not secretive. They're not a secret. There's the difference between privacy and secrecy. But it feels like you're having to keep it private for now. And when you do finally announce it, that's when we get that energy of them being thrown into that tizzy. Like, oh my god, what? Now there's a discord among friends and family. Oh, the drama. But it's like, why are you guys so attached to what's going on in my personal life, you know? I find that people who are like this actually don't have a life of their own. They're too busy living vicariously through others. I don't know, it's a weird energy where they need to, like, get a life. Get some hobbies. Get a hobby, get several hobbies, something like that. So you do have somebody coming in, pile number 3. They're going to be very romantic. There's a lot of love between you two. This is somebody who is a wish fulfillment, like a dream come true for you, okay? Lots of deep affection, very caring and nurturing energy from this person. But there will be some challenges. There will be some obstacles, and you two will have to overcome those, okay? So I just see you having a plethora of choices, but you will make the right choice. So just trust your intuition on this before making the decision. Don't worry about that hesitation and trying to see things from a different perspective from the hangman energy. You need that, okay? You're going to need that to weed out the F-boys, F-girls, whatever it is you're into, in order to find this one person that you're meant to be with, that you can move forward with, okay? So that's what I see for you, pile number 3. Hopefully something in this reading resonated. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.